Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show for Friday, February 14th, 2020. Welcome to another eBay video. Things look absolutely the same as they did last week. Remember? Cloudy and raining. No change whatsoever. It has rained every single day. In today's video, we're going to talk about returns after your return period. For instance, 3 or 4 months after. We're also going to talk about a bad seller that's going to be inducted into the Bad and Fishy Sellers Hall of Shame. We're going to talk a little bit about counteroffers and some of your comments, questions, and concerns from last week's video. So let's get right to it with your comments, questions, and concerns. Jody Matoma's videos wrote with a comment about policy. eBay is doing a whole lot of nothing. They need a CEO and board members that actually care about the company and eBay sellers. They only care about buyers. They also need to update their damn website because parts of it are still from the late 1990s. Daniel Scales wrote a comment about returns, which I've truncated for brevity. Thank you, Joe, for shedding the light on abusive buyers. Unfortunately, they will never disappear from eBay. Fraud returns are on the rise. Does not match photos in description, and wrong item sent categories prevail like never before, and buyers admit to his or her own mistakes in the comments section. As you know, that has happened to me numerous times. He also went on to write, I do give partial refunds upon customers' request at times. When it's a dog item that I do not plan to be selling anymore, or when it's a fragile item and the probability of it being returned to me in one piece is not great. For example, a headlight. Sometimes fighting over small amounts of money is not worth it, like in the example in this video. A lot of time spent on phone calls with eBay to remove feedback. How much is your time worth? And lastly, he mentioned restocking fees can lead to negative feedback. I know a lot of buyers do not read the feedback anyway. However, maintaining at least a 98% is important for top-rated status. These days on eBay, I rarely ever see a feedback lower than 98% for any level eBay seller, except the dude that I'm going to induct into the Hall of Shame later. Laura Ann wrote in with a question. Hey Joe, love your channel. What is the Facebook group you recommended besides eBay for Business? Native New Yorker, also living in Texas now. P.S. I'm a DeMarco. Laura, if you have an eBay store, I would recommend the Facebook group eBay Stores, Nothing But eBay Stores, run by Kathy Terrell. If you're a newbie and you're just learning, you might want to start with the eBay Basics, Nothing But eBay Basics store. It all depends basically in your niche. If you elaborate a little bit more, I can give you some more information on that. Skinny Cow wrote, when a hedge fund like Elliott Hedge Fund takes over, their modus operandi is to asset strip and sell off anything that can be sold. They have a strategic outlook of about 1 to 2 years maximum. They don't care about growth of a business or growing revenues. It's about cash maximization now, and once the business is stripped of anything valuable, the hedge fund will try and offload the carcass to suckers who still think the corporate name is worth something. You know, it's funny, but any person that's commented on the Elliott Hedge Fund, whether it be on my videos or on Facebook, has been negative. So that's something to keep in mind, guys. Traveling Picker wrote about the USPS supplies. Question. Joe, this is a more concern than a question. I have been reporting the listings on eBay of sellers selling priority boxes and envelopes. I have reported numerous listings to eBay, and today I received a message that a certain priority mail shipping supply item is ending soon. So instead of taking these listings down, they're sending me reminders that the listings are ending soon. What the heck is going on? eBay does not care about taking these listings down. They care about making money on these listings. Traveling picker, I know how you feel. It's a slap in the face. I have come out here forever and said that, in my opinion, I feel clicking the report this item does nothing. I'm going to say it again. Sad but true. I honestly feel that clicking report this item does freaking nothing. Nothing. Nobody is at the switch. It's all automated, bot controlled, and the odds of you getting any satisfaction are near dead zero. Sad but true. I'm always going to state what I feel. On fraud claims, PRR Modeler wrote, had 2 false item not as described claims in December. Had no luck with eBay on the phone or on Facebook. Both buyers stated the reason was not as described as the issue. I've been selling for 20 years with maybe 4 returns in that time. Now bad buyers know the system. Dennis Copper replied to him and said, the word is out now to the scammers that eBay is allowing all doesn't match description or photos or doesn't work or defective to be returned to the sellers no matter what. Your pictures and description do not matter. eBay has 100% buyer satisfaction. Sellers calling eBay for these reasons will not change the outcome. You will be getting a false return. This is why sellers are leaving eBay. Even long-time sellers. Sellers must unite to reverse this eBay damaging policy. In regards to those who offer free shipping and still get a negative or neutral feedback, did you ever think that the eBay rep you speak to is told to deny you from getting it removed? I no longer believe this is a training issue like Joe said. I believe it's an internal policy. The problem is too far spread. It is designed to remove smaller sellers and trim the big sellers. They will eventually leave out of feedback frustration. Dennis, some of what you said I agree with and some I do not. I do not feel sellers are leaving in droves. Not at all. And I, for one, have no intention of going anywhere. I'm making way too much money. I'm doing well. But yes, I do believe the word is out that you can scam on eBay and basically get away with it. Now, like I said in last week's video, you can do it on Amazon for a little bit. But after you do it to a certain point, they're going to boot you. They're going to can you from Amazon. And I believe eBay should institute that same policy. But like everybody says, they love buyers. On eBay customer service 5797029, Mike wrote, Joe, it appears that it is up to customer service representatives on how to interpret eBay policy. There is no consistency in the results we're getting. Some decisions are no-brainers. Then on others, the rep flips a coin to determine how it will be handled. I usually end up on the short end. I will add that I've had experienced some of the worst help from US-based CS representatives using phrases like, tough luck, get over it, it was your choice to use the USPS and eBay shipping. We didn't force you to. Wow. I really haven't noticed that much of a problem with the US representatives, but I have encountered a few problems now and then, as you know. As far as buyers opening multiple accounts to hurt sellers, Joseph George wrote, Joe, great video as always. Speaking about buyers with multiple accounts, I had blocked a buyer for asking too many questions about an item. Days later, he messaged me about why he was blocked. Before I could answer, the item sold. When I checked the city and state, it matched the blocked buyer. I immediately canceled the purchase and messaged him back to never try that again, or I was going to notify eBay. I never heard from him again. A couple of channel comments before we get to the main topics. Randy Rainbow wrote, Joe, I love your videos. Your accent cracks me up. What accent, you're wondering? My wife is from New York, and even though she has been here in Canada for 40 years, when she gets mad or frustrated, that accent comes right back, which proves you can take the American out of New York, but you can't take the New York out of the American. Ha ha ha. Please keep posting these great videos. I stopped selling on eBay 10 years ago after some BS buyer experiences, but I'm back this year. The reason is that there is so much better information on how to deal with this crap, thanks not to eBay, but thanks to people like you and your postings on YouTube. Please don't stop. Thank you for the upsell, Randy. ZXC wrote, Joe, it's too bad they aren't going to have eBay open this summer. It's your only chance of having a sunny week. Facts. Futures Past wrote, Joe, if you were a gangster, your mob name would be Joey Gray Skies. LOL. That's my name. Last comment is from Kyoto Sonata. Thank you for the information and interesting videos as always, Joe. I've been watching your videos for 8+ years, but if there's one thing I always remember, it's don't be fitchy. Oh yeah, very good. Now, let's start talking about today's main points. Firstly, long-term returns. For those of you guys who take returns, I'm guessing a lot of you take them for 30 days like I do. There are some people that take returns for 60 days. And there are some, I'm going to use the word cheerleaders if I may, that post in Facebook and say things like, I accept returns for 60 days and it doesn't hurt me a bit. I never get returns that long and I rarely get returns over 10 days. I have found that to be totally false. I take returns for 30 days, no questions asked, because that's what I have to do to be a top-rated seller. I will not take them any longer. Do you know I had a guy the other day message me through eBay messages and want to return an item after 92 days? Of all the nerve, but that's not what makes this newsworthy. Do you know what his reason is for wanting to return it? He bought one hub for $30 92 days ago, and he claims he thought he was getting all four, not just one. I swear to God, I'm not lying. I had 2 of them this week. This particular guy, I said to him, too bad. I'm not taking it back. I said, I take returns for 30 days, no questions asked, but put that aside. I said, how could you have thought you were getting 4 for $30? Don't you read? It clearly says 1 in the title, and there's a picture of 1. And he wrote back and said, well, thanks anyway. I guess I'm going to list this on eBay and try and get some of my money back. And I was so tempted to say to him, I hope that the person that buys it doesn't think he's getting all 4 like you did. But I didn't say that. Then yesterday, I had a guy make a purchase. 1 hub, brand new in the package. Now listen to me. Listen! Brand new in the package for $18 plus shipping for a total of $33. 5 minutes after he makes the purchase, he writes to me through eBay contact and says, I want to cancel. I thought I was getting all 4. Now, I didn't bother putting up a cancellation corner about this dude because I really don't have time, though I would really like to do it. But the thing is, number 1, he didn't read the listing. It clearly says 1 in the title, and there's a picture of 1, and it says 1 in the description. And I wrote back to him, and I called him out. I said, I want to know, before we go any further, what made you think you were getting 4? There's 1 in the picture, the title says 1, the description says 1. He wrote back and said, well, I didn't read any of that. I said, okay, let's just say you didn't read any of that. How can any sane and rational person think they're getting 4 brand new Ford hubs in the package for $18? It defies logic. I don't get it. It makes no sense. What I did, of course, was I blocked him. And I did accept the cancellation because I know beyond any doubt if I send this item out to him, he's going to return it and I'm going to be out the shipping. So yes, I did lose a little money on the PayPal fees on that deal. And it upsets me. And if I had more time, I would do a cancellation corner, but I'm not going to because I have something more important to show you. A new inductee into the bad and fishy seller's hall of shame. Yes, that's right, folks, a new candidate. So we're going to do a cutaway, and I'm going to show you that now, and we'll come back and discuss that briefly. Guys, this is just a very fast cutaway to show you a seller with possibly the worst feedback percentage I have seen in as long as I can remember. 41.7%. Let's take a quick look at his feedback. And as you can see, he's getting mostly negatives. 1 negative this month and 1 positive. 4 negatives in 6 months and only 2 positives. And a whopping 8 negatives all year and only 5 positives. You can see he's got a lot of unhappy buyers. Considering that these go back to the past year, I honestly don't know how this guy could still be selling on eBay. The way I found out about him was a freak of nature, because an eBay buyer contacted me. It was actually this guy right here. You can see he left a negative comment, but with a positive rating. I'm not sure why he did that. He contacted me to ask me a question, and I just decided to do a little checking, and I accidentally came across this nonsense. But I just thought you guys would be interested that there is a seller on eBay with a 41.7% positive feedback. And if it was just this last month, I'd say, well, maybe he had a bad month. But you can see it goes not only 6 months back, but over a year. Look, I don't get it. I just thought this was a little interesting food for fodder. Back to the video. All right, guys. The credit for finding this particular seller goes entirely to me. What happened was a person contacted me on eBay who wanted to buy something from me. And his questions seemed a little iffy. So I decided to check his feedback to see what people left for him and to see the feedback he left for others. And that's how I stumbled on this particular guy's account with all those negatives. When is the last time any of you guys saw an eBay seller actively selling with 41%? It defies logic. Now, listen, there are bad buyers out there, no argument, but there's also bad sellers out there. And this is proof that they're running rampant. As I showed you in the cutaway, he didn't just get these negatives this week or this month. This has been an ongoing process, and he's showing no signs of mending his ways and straightening up. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. A little bit more about counteroffers now. Something I mentioned to you in the last few weeks' video continues to plague me. I have been sending out approximately 15 offers per day and getting literally no positive results. But what's happening is this. Let's say I have an item for $100 and $30 shipping. I send out offers to watches for $75 plus the $30 shipping. I will get counteroffers submitted to me on the item, and the counteroffer, where it comes up on the screen, will say a price, let's say $60. Now that's kind of deceiving, because you look at it and you're saying, well, the guy's offering 60, I wanted 75. That's not too far off. Maybe I'll accept it. So you click on respond to offer. When you do that, if you don't scroll all the way down, you may miss the buyer saying, I want you to pay the shipping. This has happened to me every week for the last 3 or 4 weeks. Now what I do, obviously, I immediately decline. I don't counteroffer, I don't respond, I immediately decline. It's very important that that is not the proper way for a buyer to send you a counteroffer. This buyer only wanted to spend $60 with shipping included. So what he should have done was sent me a counteroffer for literally $30. plus the $30 shipping would be $60 total. But I really don't think eBay is super clear on the policy. So maybe the buyers are making a mistake, an understandable mistake, but still an annoying mistake. Please, guys, when you receive a counter offer from a customer, scroll all the way down and see if he typed in anything about free shipping. This is a real sore point with me because shipping on my items is very expensive, especially when they're going out west. It's not unusual to have to spend 40 or 50 bucks, and that can eat up hugely into your profits. Let us now stop and take a drink from the Fox News Cup O' Life. This is the Fox News Cup O' Life. Happy is he who drinks from it. Oh yeah, very, very good. It's a little on the cold side today. Actually, it's very cold and rainy, murky and nasty, and it's just plain disgusting. And, you know, it's depressing. It really is. I don't think there's anybody out there, except for the few people who live in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, who go through this consistently. Sales for the week were very good once again, very strong, which is why I questioned when somebody commented in the comment section about people leaving eBay in droves, sellers. I don't see that happening. I'm not saying it's not happening. I'm saying I just don't know of it happening. In fact, I think I know of new people signing up daily. But yeah, I'm happy with my sales. I have to call eBay Concierge as soon as I put this video in the can because somebody who opened a return over a week ago still has not sent the item back. I want to get that case closed in my favor. So yeah, that's what's going to happen with that. That being said, guys, I'm going to keep this video short this week because it's unusually nasty out and I want to go back inside. I'm Crazy New York Driver and you're not. Thank you for watching this video. Each week I come out here and I make these videos to try and help you be successful on eBay. If you think I'm doing a good job, please leave me a thumbs up. It tells me I'm on point and appreciated. If you don't think I did a good job, please tell me in the comments section below what you want me to hit up next week and I'll be glad to do it. Remember, I'm a seller friend, not a seller critic or skeptic of any kind. I've solved a lot of problems. I'm still making money online. I've never worn a mask and I never will, and I've never had a resort to distorting my voice either. Hey, I'm a CEO and a CFO of my own company. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Go out there, make a ton of money on eBay, rock on, and peace. And please remember these 3 words. If you only remember 3 words from my videos, these are the 3 words to remember. Don't be fishy!